welcome or welcome back. My name's Isaiah Real with Laguna Wealth Advisors. Welcome to my next episode of Real Sense Retirement. This is the second of a 5-part series I'm going over about financial planning. I'm going to share with you different areas of financial planning, questions to be asking ourselves, tools that we can be using for ourselves to make sure that our entire financial blueprint, our entire financial picture is on the right track. So the last episode, as a recap, was about retirement planning. I went over 4 different questions that we should be answering for ourselves to make sure that we're on the right track. In this episode, in the second part of this, I'm going to be going over investments. So what can we be doing to make sure that we're on the right track to reach our goals for investments? And so the investment piece is a very important part because it helps us get to reach our goals, and it's a tool to help build wealth, build up our net worth and legacy for ourselves. So what I'm going to share with you here in the next few minutes is a checklist that I use for my clients, for myself, when it comes to investing. And I want to start this episode with this. You know, I had quite a few clients call me last year, specifically about Disney stock. They were calling me up and saying, Isaiah, you know, Disney's going to come out with the Star Wars movies. They're going to come out with the Star Wars land at Disneyland and Walt Disney World. They're making these comic book movies. They're doing all kinds of things. Disney stock must go up, right? When it comes to your money, when it comes especially to retirement planning or planning for a big goal for ourselves, why are we going to be hoping or wishing or guessing that specific investment goes up for ourselves? I don't want to do that personally. I don't want to do that for my own clients, and I'm sure you don't want to do that for yourself. And so what I do is I have a 4-step checklist that I use when I'm looking at making a buying investment for my clients, for myself, because I want to put the most odds in my favor to make sure that we're making the right decision possible. I have to ask myself questions first before I put money to work for my clients to make sure that this investment's suitable and it makes the right sense for the specific situation that we're looking at. So what's the 4-step checklist? Here it is. And I ask these questions to myself in this order. And every single one of these answers has to be yes for me to move forward with this specific investment. So the first one is this: is the investment in a buy signal, yes or no? Well, if the investment's in a buy signal, that's gonna give me the first vote of confidence, knowing that, hey, you know what? There's demand for this investment. This investment looks like it's a healthy investment because it just hit a buy signal. And typically, of course, this can always change up or down, but typically, when an investment hits a buy signal, it typically goes up higher from there. You know, when an investment hits a buy signal, it doesn't go straight down most of the time. Obviously, you never know. But I want to give myself the most odds, the best chance of success for myself. And the first question I ask myself is this investment in a buy signal, yes or no? The way I look at that and find that out is I have softwares and I use platforms for myself to see if these investments are on the right track. For yourself, you can do some Google research to see if an investment's in the right signal for yourself, possibly too as well. So that's the first question I ask myself. The second question I ask myself is if the first one is yes, so if the investment's in a buy signal. The second question I ask myself is this investment in a positive trend or is it in a negative trend? Well, if the investment's in a negative trend, typically trends stay like that for a period of time. I don't want to be hoping or wishing that if I buy an investment that's going down, that's going to go straight back up the next day. Again, I want to put the most odds in my favor for myself, for my clients. And by that is, not only do I want the investment to be in a buy signal, but I need to see that this investment's in a positive trend, but not just recently, but for a long period of time. And yes, that tells me some things that, hey, this investment looks to be healthy. There looks to be healthy demand for this investment. Also, too, it looks like this investment could be resilient. The third question I ask myself is this investment in one of the highest ranked relative strength sectors? So again, there's about 11 different sectors overall in the stock market. You can divide them up even more from there, but there's about 11 big ones. And what I do is, again, I use relative strength analysis for my clients. And I want to pick probably the top 3 or 4 sectors to be investing for my clients because I want the best, again, opportunities for success for my clients. And so right now I look at those top 4 sectors. So when I ask myself, is the investment I'm looking at in one of the top 4 sectors, yes or no? If the investment's yes, then I move on to the final question. The final question is this: I want to stack the most odds in my favor? And the fourth question is this investment I'm looking at in the top percentile of those strongest sectors, yes or no? And what I do for that is I look at my softwares and my platforms to see if this investment is in that top percentile. Because I don't want the worst performing investment in the strongest sectors. This investment that's in the bottom half of the strongest sectors, I want the best performing investments within the best performing sectors. And so those are the four questions I ask myself and when it comes to investing monies for my clients, when it comes to investing monies for myself. My fourth, obviously, make sure these investments are right for you. Consult with your financial professional first. Do your due diligence, everything in between. Again, this is just a template. But if you have any questions, if you have any thoughts, please feel free to give me a call when it comes to investing, when it comes to retirement planning. My friends, I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.